Major update on a story we've been covering closely. We have new reporting that the air charter company that assisted Governor Ron DeSantis in flying dozens of migrants to Martha's Vineyard has close political ties to the Republican Party. Vertol Systems company has contributed thousands of dollars to GOP super PACs and was once legally represented by close political allies of the governor. To date, the company has received nearly $1.6 million in payments having to do with DeSantis' Migrant-Moving program. I want to bring in NBC News senior national political reporter Marc Caputo, who broke this story for us. So, Marc, tell us what dots you connected when it comes to the air charter company that did this and Governor Ron DeSantis.
From what I understood in my reporting is this company, Vertol Systems, which few people have really heard about, had given a bunch of money to a number of candidates, including the former Secretary of Education in Florida, Richard Corcoran, who's a DeSantis ally. But when he was running for governor in 2017, he received $15,000 from this group. So I called up people affiliated with the fundraiser and found out that the money had been given at a fundraiser hosted by Matt Gaetz, the congressman from the Panhandle, who's a close ally of Governor DeSantis. And from there, I realized in checking the records that Matt Gaetz and Ron DeSantis's current public safety czar in charge of immigration, a man named Larry Keefe, were law partners together, and both Gaetz and Larry Keefe represented Vertol Systems, this very company that now got this contract to move these migrants, which the governor's office won't comment on. It won't tell us the scope of work. They won't give us the contract, despite Florida's sunshine laws. So I just put the dots together and reported what we know, and that's about it.
Marc, I want to show some of our viewers right now some of your reporting that's on NBCnews.com right now. I want to show a portion of the report. You write, in Vertol's only known case of relocating migrants, the company received an initial $615,000 last week and recruited almost 50 destitute, asylum-seeking Venezuelan migrants in San Antonio, Texas, gave them food and at least one night's hotel stay, and then flew them to Martha's Vineyard, Massachusetts, as part of DeSantis' effort to highlight the toll of illegal immigration. Now, Marc, here's the part I'm confused about. What is a transportation company doing looking for and recruiting undocumented immigrants? That sounds like much more than getting people from point A to point B.
That's a good question. Boy, I wish the governor's office would answer that, but I'm sorry to be sarcastic about this. But what is Vertol Systems doing moving migrants? It's making money hand over fist. I mean, we're talking about $1.6 million, and the last trip to Delaware got scrapped at the last minute, and that was $950,000. We'd love to know what happened in that case as well. Lots of questions, lots of unanswered questions. There's also lots of lawsuits that are starting to crop up. Lawyers for the migrants who were sent to Martha's Vineyard have sued, saying their clients were misled and they were victims of fraud. The Florida Senate Democrats are suing as well, or planning to sue, because under the state budget authorizing this, quote, unauthorized alien removal program, it says that the migrants in question need to be removed, quote, from this state. This state is Florida. But for some reason, they went to San Antonio to get the migrants. And by the way, they were asylum-seeking Venezuelans. And it turns out the Republicans who crafted the program said in the legislature, in public, during committee, and theoretically under oath, that Venezuelan asylum seekers, when asked this very question, are not unauthorized aliens. So you have an unauthorized alien removal program from Florida, which removed authorized aliens from Texas.
Finally,
and someone made $1.6 million off of this.
Finally, Marc, I guess the last question is, what does Vertol, the company in Florida, have to say? I know you try to get some answers.
Oh, they say nothing. I called and they hung up. We left some other messages earlier in the week, but met with no call back. At least in this case, I had the courtesy of someone hanging up.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Follow today's top stories and breaking news by downloading the NBC News app.